Hi guys, this is not ADC part 1 video. So if you're looking for part 1 information, just skip. This is for all those people who are like me, practicing for ADC part 2, or in future would be once you clear your part 1 exam. I'm just recording this video just like that, just to share the things that I'm going through in my journey towards my part 2. It's still like 4 months for my exam. Yes, there are butterflies in my stomach, and it's tough. Like, I have practically stopped following everybody on Facebook regards to ADC Part 2 exam because there are not many people who have just come out with their journeys, and a couple of coaching institutes who keep on releasing videos of the candidates who have cleared. Almost all of them have said that they have abandoned everything for 3 to 4 months, like literally quit the job, have children or don't have children, and just like practice the technical skills. Technical skills are tough. So I kind of went under depression. Like, I cannot abandon my clinic. Like, I'm responsible for my clinic. I'm responsible for my patients. I cannot just abandon it for 4 months. Like, and sometimes out of responsibility, I have to work as, I'm one of the very few specialist pediatric dentists who handle specially able children and a lot of other things that I do which others don't. And when we have such patients like that, I mean, I just cannot say no to the patient because I know they don't have anywhere else to go. So quitting job is not a cup of tea here. I have a toddler. I have to give him time. Like, I just cannot ignore him. I have cut down my working hours though. Like, earlier, I was working for say 7 hours a day, and it's like 6 days a week. Now I have made it 5 days a week, and I've made it 4 hours a day, and the rest 3 hours I'm devoting to practicing the technical skills. So I've just started this January because before that I was practicing my communication OSCEs. So at least that part is a bit clear. Though I have to revise that, you cannot like lose in touch. So once a week I'm revising with my mentor. He gives me a case and I speak about it. There are about like 6 to 6 cases for communication OSCEs, like different types. Once I've just gone through, now it's on me how much to revise. So I try to read one case a day, and in a week my mentor gives me any random case and I have to speak about it. So today morning itself I had one session and I told him, doctor, I'm getting very anxious. What if I forget to ask any question in the exam, because there is a deadline of 10 minutes. So he said, it's okay, just do your best, because ADC never tells you. So this is one thing that I wanted to speak about, and this is one thing that I would be raising my point in my candidate reference meeting with ADC, which is going to happen this March. When you fail an exam in ADC, they never tell you on what point they flunked you. Like, if you are supposed to give a second attempt and you think in your first attempt you have attempted everything correctly and still failed, how would you know that you're not going to repeat that mistake unless ADC tells you about it? Plus, the thing that you have to literally abandon everything to practice makes me wonder if actually this is the right exam for all those people whose life depend on clearing ADC. I mean, basically, if you are a single and just a graduate and don't have a demanding job, I think then you are the candidate to clear the ADC exam, because you literally can devote 10 to 12 hours to practice and you have not started your job, so you're basically just a graduate. But for all those specialists or people, general dentists who are practicing for more than 10 plus years, if they are thinking of giving ADC along with their work, I don't know how much it is possible. See, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm myself trying. I'm just trying to put out my feelings because I did not find anybody who passed the exam saying that they managed their clinic, their home, and they could do it in like 4 months of technical practice. Today is my off day, okay? And I'm here in the clinic. I just came to practice. Look at my mannequin that I've put over the chair. You can see there. So I thought I'll do at least two tasks because my mentor said you have to practice daily, you know. Fine, I'm ready to put in the hard work, but I can put in my hard work for limited hours. I cannot like abandon everything and put it for 10 or 12 hours. So this is just my sharing of feelings. And for all those who plan to give ADC part 2, because part 1 is just a step for part 2, it's actually the part 2 clearing that is going to get you the degree, right? So if you are thinking about giving the ADC exam and you are having a good job which you cannot quit for like 4 months and you have a small kid at home, think 10 times before appearing, you know. Like, I did not think much for ADC part 2 when I was giving part 1, and my child was on the way at that time. So I did have like undisturbed time of studies. But now that he's there and the job and toddler takes your energy, you know, and you also want to give the energy to them. So by God's grace, I have a helper at home, so I don't have to do much cooking and cleaning stuff. She takes care of it. But still, it gets exhausting because practicing also is physically demanding. As a dentist, your job over the patients is also physically demanding, and there are 10 other things that you have to manage in the clinic, you know. So it's tough, but I'll be giving my best. I'll do as many practice teeth as possible. Today, I did my third crown preparation. It took me 1 hour 10 minutes. It's come out decent, like within the satisfactory borderline criteria. It's not very good, but at least I wasn't frustrated. My first preparation was a disaster. Second preparation was decent. I'm blessed to have a good mentor who's like guiding me every step and who's given me like really good videos step by step, which is what I want. You know, I'm a person who has to be told step by step in technical practice. At this point, you should be doing that. At this point, you should be doing this. Then, when I practice, I know what I'm doing instead of just blindly cutting the tooth, not realizing what I'm doing. The criterias I have to brush up like baby because there are 15 criterias for each task, and I have to remember the very good criterias, the satisfactory criteria, and the borderline criterias. So all three criterias have different dimensions. So sometimes I get confused which is what, but I think as I practice, record videos sent to the mentor, I'll start remembering. My mentor did say, your second and third tooth, the time and the amount of energy you'll spend, definitely you'll be more efficient when you're doing your 20th prep. So yeah, all those candidates who are preparing like me or are going to prepare in future, if you had the feelings of doubt, anxiety, frustration, I'm there. I'm going through the same. It happens, you know. Over Facebook and everything, people are posting their success stories, which is great. It gives you hope that it can happen. Uh, but the success stories never mention like how much hardship they had to go through. So when you are going through the hardship, you feel, is am I the only one who's going through this? So yeah, that's about it. I hope I do better, so I'll go practice my amalgam task now. I want to practice amalgam every day. Boy, it's like tough. Because once amalgam sets, there is no way you can change anything. So yeah, the timing and everything, especially the MOD. Although always when I start amalgam, I feel who does amalgam anyways? I'm never going to practice this in my life ever, like the amalgam part. And yet I'm devoting so much of my precious time over amalgam. It is what it is. But in this March meeting, I'm going to ask ADC, like, if you have failed in a certain task, you should give a reason. Like, in all the other exams that I know of like the Western countries, They give you a reason. They'll sit with you. They'll point it out. See, this is where you made a mistake. So when ADC doesn't give that, then you wonder, like, why? You know, there's no closure. At least you failed fine, but where was the mistake? And then you spend like so much of amount. You know, the entire expense of ADC part 2, including my coachings, like from my mentors, it's almost like 30,000 Australian dollars. 10,000 straight for the exam, another 10,000 for the materials, and another 10 for the mentors. So, yeah, and I'm not even counting my traveling expense. It's 7,000 dirhams from Dubai to Australia, straight flight. Staying expense different, and upon reaching there, I plan to take a week off with another coaching, like practice there, who have like exact simulating conditions of the exam. Because here in my clinic, no matter how much I practice, I can never imagine what an exam scenario would be like. And there's nobody here to supervise me. So there they'll be like standing over my head apparently as if I'm giving a mock exam. So I'll get the feel, so I won't be that surprised in the exam. Though exam would be exam and there would be stress, but you know, I have to reach Australia at least 7-8 days before to get adjusted to the jet lag and everything. I can't just sit there for 7 days, so I need to practice. You know, I tried to search online about these classes who let you practice under supervision. Per day, they are charging 500 Australian dollars. So 6 days means 3,000 Australian dollars, which is again like what, 10,000 dirhams. More than that, probably. So yeah, my expense for part 2 first attempt is 40,000 dirhams, which is like 8 lakh Indian rupees. Like money just. So yeah, expense is one thing, the emotional exhaustion is one thing. So all those people who are planning to give the Australian exam, I feel now that if you have Canada exam and US exam as the options, go for that. Because this is really tough. So yeah, there's my just a short video of what I'm going through. Probably next week I might sound more confident over the technical task. I don't know. So far I've just practiced amalgam 8 to 9 times. I'm told I need to practice it like 50-60 times, like 50-60 teeth. And I've just practiced composite, and there are different teeth, you know, so it's not like you practice amalgam on the central, you will be like automatically getting expert in the composite over the premolar or the molar. You will have different set of difficulties for those teeth. So each tooth at least 20 times. So central composite 20 times, premolar 20 times, molar 20 times. 60 teeth gone there. Then the same with amalgam. And so yeah, like hundreds and hundreds of teeth are going to go there. So anyways, I'll just practice amalgam and then I'll just pack up and go home. Get a feel of what an off day feels like when I'm at home. So yeah, share your experience, all those candidates whom are appearing for part 2, your first attempt, second attempt. Share your journey so that people like me get more motivated and others also. Alright?